Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. Oh my God, I have a book review for you. Yes, I do. This is not a magic book for beginners. This is a magic book for everyone. Okay. The name of the book is Secret Angel Magic by BlackThorne. I don't know how to get started. Like, I'm so excited. When I get really excited, I don't know where to start. Now, I have every book the Gallery of Magic have ever written. And I've done most of the rituals. Some books I didn't work with, but that's not the point of this. But to me, they took some of my favorite parts, like from the 72 Angels of Magic, but they condensed it. So you're not using directions and you're not turning this way or that way. You don't have to do it for 11 days. So in a way, it's like cheating almost. So you lose a little bit of the, what do I want to say? There's something about ritual, because to me, it's showing the universe or yourself, showing yourself how committed you are to the process and how much you really want this change. But this book, it's still magical. It still has so many elements of all the other books that I have really loved and enjoyed. Now, one of the things I'm going to say, and I'm going to stick to it, guys. Now, this book is pretty awesome, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. I have a little system, how I go about, selecting my rituals. But I would still say that the best book for beginners, this is just my opinion, this is my opinion, okay, is Words of Power. Like, if you are a true beginner and you have never done any ritualistic magic before in your life, I still say start with Words of Power. The book is simple, it kind of gets straight to the point, but this is about, secret magic. Secret Angel Magic. It's about this. But this book to me is not for beginners. It's for everyone. I don't care how long you've been doing magic. Child, I don't care if you've been doing magic 100 years, you need this book. I don't care what type of magic you're doing. I don't care if you're working with the herbs and the spices and the gemstones and the oils that I love as well myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of magic you're doing. This book right here, Secret Angel Magic by BlackThorne. Oh my God. You know why it levels up your magic? Because it levels you up. You become a different person. And when you become a different person, your magic becomes more powerful and it becomes more potent. This is a book that, to me, this is my opinion, y'all. This is my book review. You know how you might keep doing money magic? Like, let me burn another money candle. I don't have a problem with that. But what if it's not that you need $500 to get your car fixed? What you really need is to dump that guy you're with, or that girl. You know what I'm saying? What you really need is to value yourself. What you really need is to get in tune with your purpose in this lifetime, with your mission. Why you decide to join the planet. What you really need is to ask your boss for a raise and stop doing everybody else's work. But this is a book that's going to help you discover maybe you need to work on your self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? It helps you with your intuition. So, I like to go in and I like to read some of the what do you call them? The titles. And then I'm going to show you how I use it, but I totally suggest that you buy the book. It's less than $30. I can't remember how much I paid for the book, but it was it's always so inexpensive that I don't even remember what it is. You don't need any equipment. You don't need candles. I don't even think you need to take a bath. No, I don't think so. What you need is a real desire to be a better version of who you are today, tomorrow. You just want to be a better version of yourself. You want to make changes in your life. So he says, what you would discover, I'm reading the back of the book here. It says there are unique sigils that forge a direct link to the hidden angels, and they are beautiful. Yeah, this is another thing that's unique about this book, is that you can use this magic to help yourself and to help others. And there are other books that can do that as well. But this one, each ritual there is a part of it where you can say, well, I want to do this to help somebody else, or I want to bring about a resolution in my department or with my friends, or I want to work things out with my group. You know, this is oh my God. A foundation, magic to change reality and create major life changes. Targeted rituals to get exactly what you want. Rituals that support any other magic you perform. Now, when they to me, even though the book says it supports any other magic you perform, I say that the more you are in alignment with the best version of you, the most powerful version of you, the highest level of self-esteem possible for you, how could your other magic not benefit from that, right? How could you not become more powerful because you are more in alignment with the universe, with your spirit team has, come together. Now, listen, I'm going to talk about something that's probably going to make a lot of people unsubscribe. And if you want to unsubscribe, I don't want to say I don't care, but I want to be myself. I want to be true to myself, and I want to be able to talk freely. So while I was doing this magic, I could not help but think about President Trump. I couldn't. I'm sorry. And I know you're thinking like, well, that must be... No, listen. This is a book about, to me, as I was doing the magic, this is a book about, when Trump dies, I can guarantee you that whenever they make a biography about his life, that person is going to get an Oscar. Because he is playing his role. He's not playing. His guardian angels are not sitting around playing solitaire. They're not sleeping. Because I was thinking to myself, is my spiritual team asleep? Harriet Tubman's spiritual team was like, she's on the run. We gotta go, y'all. Come on. Harriet Tubman's spiritual team, the people who signed up to help her on her mission in the spiritual realm, they were like, baby, we gotta go. We got a winner. We got somebody who's out here doing the thing. They're doing the thing. I'm not talking about whether or not I agree with somebody's politics or not. What I'm talking about is living your life fully and completely. And to me, this is what this magic is about. Secret angel magic is about living your life fully and completely, showing up and giving life everything you got. That's what this is what I was thinking about this book. Now, whether we agree or dislike Trump, that's not Trump or not. That's not what this is about. But I guarantee you, people will be sitting on the edges of their seats 20 years from now, like, oh my God, he did that? Because he's doing it. That earth suit. I mean, did you see his, what was it, the picture you take when you're going, that's the best picture. I thought he threw down on that picture. He was like, like, I'm using him as an example because to me, living a life of what you believe in, not other people, waking up in the morning and giving it everything you got, baby. Just giving it all you got. That's what you want to use magic for. You don't need magic if you just want to get a job and pray for a raise. You don't need magic if you just want to get by and pay your rent and make a pot of beans and go watch TV. You don't. But if you want to, engage your spiritual team, you know what I mean? You want to get your angels up. You want to get your ancestors up. The people who signed up on this mission to be with you, if you want to keep them engaged and excited and can't wait for the next day, get this book. Okay. Now let's go through some of the content. I know you. If I were you, listen. Don't. You might want to just. I'll put a link for it in my description box. But if I were you, I'd get this book. But it's peaceful, it's beautiful. Now let me go through some of the titles. Now one of the things I want to say is that the titles can be very misleading, especially when you're talking about working with the spirits. You're working with angels, archangels, and you're also working with spirits. Let me see, genius spirits, right? Read the book. If you're not a reader, I don't know if this is a book on tape. If you're too, I don't want to say lazy because I don't want to offend anybody, but if you're too lazy to really read the opening and read this book and read the descriptions for the powers of each of one of the spirits, this is not a book for lazy people. It really is not a book for lazy. It's a book for somebody who is saying, maybe I need to work on my intuition. Maybe I need to work on my self-esteem. Maybe I need to work on some of my childhood traumas. See, those are the things I like to go in right away. Maybe I need to work on, because when you're working on you, then, you're aligning your thoughts, your words, and your actions with the best next step and plan for your life. So this is one of the rituals, and I like I said, I always worry about copyright, so I never like to say too much. I don't like to show too much, but it's a cultivation of mutual respect. And he says here, this is what Adam BlackThorne says. Sometimes I wonder if it's just one person. I really do, because I just vibe with them so much. It always feels like, I don't know. Let's not talk about that. Okay. You can also use the power to bring respect where there is none. People often ask for curses to silence noisy neighbors, but an approach like this can be way better. If somebody respects you, they don't want to upset you. That's my kind of magic. Baby, this is my kind of magic. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about, let me, hope that you, get evicted. He's like, guys, do you see the level of magic I'm talking about? And then let's go through some more. Cultivation of open communication. In any relationship where communication has become one-sided and an honest expression of emotions is scarce, you can inspire open communication, encouraging your partner to express their emotions, thoughts, and feelings without inhibition. There's boosting compassion for others. That might be something you might want to do for somebody. You might work with somebody who you might think, oh, I don't really care about other people, or that's not a good example, but you could also do a spell for somebody else to be more compassionate. Or I want to say spell, a ritual, an angelic ritual, because these are spells. Strengthening of emotional resilience. It's no joke to say that this can help you get through weddings, funerals, holidays. Sometimes we all need a little extra help with ordinary life. Like if you need to, you're going to meet somebody's family for the first time and you just want to, boost your confidence. So here's some of the titles. I'm just reading through some of the powers in the book. And he explains in minutia of detail about the angels and the genius spirits that you can work with, the rituals. So here's some titles: boosting resilience to stress, shielding from negative influences, application of assertiveness. Let me see. I'm just in one section. Release from past traumas, cultivate self-healing, dissolution of false beliefs. Oh my God, I love, the more I work with Magick, the older I get, the more I like to go for things like dissolution of false beliefs, working on past traumas, working on building myself, because you'll be surprised at how you were conditioned and socialized, the things that happened to you, the experiences that you've had as a child in your past that's playing out over and over again. So you might find yourself doing the same spell over and over again because you really haven't addressed the problem at its root. And that's what this magic book is about to me. It's really about working at the root of your of your soul, with your higher self, and with your spiritual team, with the angelic realm. That's the way I would explain this book. A boosting of mental clarity, which you can find in some of the other books. Now, increasing influence over others. My favorite, again, I love working with self-esteem. Then it's also, of course, I know somebody's listening, what about money? There's a ton of money stuff. Manifestation of financial stability, enhancement of financial acumen, cultivation of financial discipline, attraction of lucrative opportunities. And then there's also stuff for just for being, for relationships and stuff like that. Intensification of passion and desire, and enrichment of sensual experience. So to me, now I don't want to be preachy, but I kind of feel like when you are thinking about your next move and what you want, I think the questions you should ask yourself are, do I have a strong sense of discernment? Do I make good decisions when it comes to dating or comes to purchases or money? What am I doing different so that I can make a different decision? So this just really cracked me up. Now, if you've ever prayed to yourself and you said, oh God, please give me a sign, give me a sign. Just let me know, please. I just need to know if this is a good idea, if this is a good person, give me a sign, right? Now, to me, the good thing about this magic, wait, let me just tell you this first. My daughter said, and I was telling her, I just asked God, just give me a sign. If this person doesn't want the same thing that I want, if we're not moving in the same direction, even though, you can see, right? My daughter said, sometimes if you ask God for a sign, it doesn't work because God enjoys a good shit show. That almost killed me when she said that. So what I've learned, instead of asking God for a sign, I was like, God, I started doing angelic work for discernment, intuition, seeing through illusions. You know what I'm saying? Let me not be delusional. We don't need to get a team of angels on board to help me decipher the obvious, right? So if I get got up in the morning, it's because I'm running from, I'm escaping slavery, or I'm about to go to jail or something, something big. I don't want to ask God, the angelic realm, my ancestors, the spirit world, for things that I can do for myself. So anyway, I've talked a lot. So the way I would go about this book, as you can see, I have a folder here, and I like to take pictures of the sigils because I have on my copier. These are all my little rituals that I've done. Don't try to, stop this so you can see what I've done. But the things I worked on, so some of the, I forgot what he called these. Let me see. I like to write the date. I like to have the complete spelling of the name, because of how to enunciate the name. And then I write down, what it is that I'm asking the angels for. So you started with, I command you, mighty angels. I don't like the word command, but he'll explain that to you. Because usually when I said I command you, I'm completely broke down. When I finish writing my request to the angelic realm and to the spirit realm, if I'm not broke down, I probably don't really want it that bad. But some of the things that I've done is enhancement of self-love and acceptance, fortification of self-confidence. I know you're probably thinking, girl, you almost 60 years old and you still work. Yes. It's like you go deeper and you just work. That's why I think when you find old people saying, people say old people say whatever they want to say, it's because they've been through. They've grown. They've evolved. They were just like, no, I'm not taking that mess off. You better get on out of my house. don't come over here. No, they don't bite their tongues because when they were younger, they got bit, right? And now they're older and they're just like, no, I'm not playing with you. So anyway, I write it on my card. I write out what I want to say. You're actually going to look at the sigil. There are some steps, some things you're going to listen. This whole ritual would take you like 5 minutes, if that, maybe 3, maybe 1 after you've done it for a while. But I just like to see the date, what I worked on, and I like to keep it in a folder. And so my directions that I have, because wrong folder. My directions that I have are here. Secret Angel Magic. And in here I have a list of the instructions. Like, I wrote the instructions out for myself so that I could go through the steps, easily. I would totally suggest that when you do your rituals. I think it would be really good to journal about it and know, like the things that the insights, the experiences that you're having, so that you can see. So I'm not, like I said, I'm worried about copyright, so I try to be very careful. I'm telling you about my experience with the book. If you are a person who's really looking to make big changes in your life, you are looking to be the best version of yourself, and to me, is the other thing I want to say is, it doesn't take the place of what you're doing. It enhances what you're doing. So you work with feng shui. You already know you don't want your money out the window. You already know to work on your career area. You already know some things. But I have found that when you work with the angelic realm, you'll be surprised at a gemstone you learn about. I've learned things pop up on my iPad. I'm like, how did I get this? How did this come to my attention? See, you meet a person in the store and you talk to them, and it's exactly the piece of information you needed. They don't just swoop down like a genie and go, you know what I mean? No, it's not like that. But once you call on them, they bring the people, the circumstances. I mean, I have found, like, especially the internet and what pops up videos. I'm like, wait, is this a video about, hormones? Is this a video about, I'm like, how did this pop up? Because you asked for help, and they're going to send you help. So this is what Adam BlackThorne wrote. He said, what did he call this? These are commands. These are commands that you give the angels. I command you, mighty angels. This is my favorite. This is for unwavering confidence. He says, to instill me the foundation of unshakable confidence so that I overcome self-doubt and take bold actions in my life. I would bet every person who's watching this video and every person who's not watching this video probably need to do this one, right? We never get too old, and there's always that little thing that you want to do. Like, maybe you're, while you're at work, you are very assertive, but you really always want to take a cooking class, That is really cool. Here's another one from the book. I command you, mighty angels, to anchor my spirit in the calm waters of serenity, ensuring I remain centered and undisturbed amidst chaos. Everybody needs that. You tell me one person on the planet who did not need this. Everybody needs this. I command you, mighty angels. This is another one from the book. To illuminate my path. When I read this, first of all, I need to say this. I'm not being paid. I've not been asked to do this. Nobody said, hey, Cassandra, could you do a review? Nope. I bought the book. I've been a fan of theirs. I am making these videos for the future versions of Cassandra. The people like me who, this is what people don't understand. If you are a person with big dreams and there is no one around you who want what you want, who's doing what you're trying to do with your life, you don't really have anybody to ask for advice. If you're not trying to be a supervisor, you're not trying to be a manager, you're not trying to move up in a company, you want to write your book, you want the world to know your name, you want to sell your paintings. You want to do something bigger than what the average person is doing, and there is nobody you can talk to. That's who this video is for. I'm making this for you, the Cassandra, the future versions of myself who is always looking to grow and be better. This is one command that Adam BlackThorne wrote that actually caused me to cry. I mean, like, I love it. It's so beautifully written. He says, I command you, mighty angels, and you would fill in the blanks, guys, by the way. You would have to, wherever it is in the book. But listen to this. I command you, mighty angels, to illuminate my path and reveal my true purpose so that I lead a fulfilling life driven by passion and a clear sense of direction. Tell me that's not good. Tell me that's not good. Don't play with me. Don't play. That's good. So anyway, I want to stop this right here. Again, I want to show you the book, baby. It's called Secret Angel Magic by Adam BlackThorne. Gallery of Magic. This is one of the best magic books. It's a combination of everything. It is filled with wisdom, and please read the opening. Please read the beginning. One of my favorite things that he talked about was, he says sometimes, he talks about, yes, magic fails sometimes. He said, but you'll probably find that it works when it's something, it works on activities that you absolutely love, or something along those lines. Now that's the truth. It's not for the things that you're like lukewarm about. It really does work on the things that you're super passionate about. Oh my God, this book is so good. Now I'm gonna give you a warning, and I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't sweep down and just go, and they don't wrinkle their nose like, bewitched. You do the work. Yes, you may find yourself crying, but I promise you the next day you're going to be stronger, you're going to be wiser, you're going to be better. You might find yourself by yourself. Because you're not going to be delusional. Because you're going to say, oh, okay, wait, whoa, what is this, right? You're going to be better. You're going to be a better version of yourself tomorrow than the person you are today. I want to tell you one more thing before I go. Oh my God, I was doing some rituals, right? And I was reading the book, and there was, I feel like, this is my truth. I feel like I had probably done maybe like 3 or 4 rituals. And at some point, I feel like a genius spirit was like, tag me in. And it was one about perception or intuition or being decisive, knowing how to make good decisions, seeing, people for who they are, this genius spirit was like, tag me in. Because it kept flopping to that page. I'm like, no, I'm looking for something, a little bit more light. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. The magic that seems boring is probably the magic you need. Anyway, I really hope this video helps someone. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, darlings, in the next video.